2 different tree companies are helping out on this massive job. He was told it would take only 6 hours, and the only thing he had to pay for was fuel and labor costs. We're here off of Ooltewah Ringgold Road near Standiford Gap Road at the home of Rick Roberts, who's lived here for 9 years, and this scene right behind me is one he says he hasn't seen a lot of. These are posts from the Lone Oak community who took those concerns to social media after learning their fire chief had resigned. We spoke to a resident who feels in the dark about what's happening, so we reached out to the fire station for answers. Chattanooga police say the white car led police on a chase and eventually crashed into the home. Chattanooga police responded to this scene here on Frazier Avenue where one car veered off the road, striking 3 pedestrians. Betty Gravel says this building has served them well over the years, but says their roofing needs to be replaced, and it didn't take the community long to step in and help. Usher's career started in the heart of Chattanooga, and as some of his friends say, his presence at the Super Bowl is a testament that if you work hard enough, anything is possible.
Everything just seems to be so secretive.
Emmy White has a horse farm in the Lone Oak area. She, like many others, learned her volunteer fire department could be in trouble after this post was made with the fire chief's resignation letter. In the letter, the chief cited harassment and retaliation as reasons for leaving her job.
People were commenting, asking questions like, is the board? Who's the president? Who's running the show here? How do we find information? And things were just getting deleted.
She says it's cause for concern because if there's an emergency, firefighters from the station, which is only 2 minutes away, may not show up.
That's the big question. There's never been any kind of, public announcement from the fire department saying, hey, we're closing down. This is who's going to be stepping in. Is it going to be Walden Ridge or Signal Mountain Fire Department?
Chris Fisk with the department's board of directors says seeing the chief go was a hard loss for the station where he got his start.
Well, it does mean a lot to me because I've been a volunteer firefighter for 18 years.
He blames the high turnover on local politics. Before the chief resigned last week, they had lost a number of volunteers over the last 6 months.
Certified firefighters, EMRs, driver pump operators.
He says someone has stepped in to fill the former chief's position. He also says the fire department is capable of handling calls in the area, and if an emergency requires more help, other fire agencies are on standby. His message to those worried.
This fire department is operational and functional, and we are doing our job to the best of our abilities to focus on the best interest of the community.
Fisk says those wanting to give feedback can email the department. We will include that information on our website. He says they are willing to work with everyone. Reporting live, I'm Germyah Batey, Local 3 News. Soon, Usher will hit his biggest stage yet. He will perform some of his most iconic songs at Super Bowl 58.
So you ask me, am I surprised? Nothing he does these days surprised me. Nothing.
Keith Landecker of Power 94 first crossed paths with the star when Usher was 11 years old. At that time, he was in the musical group New Beginning.
Usher was just one of those guys that was in the group that could sing. When you heard him sing, you could tell.
Usher aspired to be one of the greatest entertainers, studying legends like Sammy Davis Jr. and Gene Kelly.
And now here it is years later, and the same guy I was talking to back then when he was little, now he is Mr. Entertainer. Is that not crazy?
Landecker recalls the time when Power 94 played his single Call Me the Mac on airwaves for the first time in 1993.
We were in here celebrating, jumping up and down because we was like, Big Time. They call him Big Time. That's his nickname. Big Time has made it.
Since then, Usher has sold millions of hit records, won dozens of awards, and collaborated with other top artists. Usher still finds time to visit his old middle school at Dalewood. Principal Rashad Williams couldn't hide his excitement about the singer performing at the Super Bowl.
I'm pretty ecstatic. We've been celebrating, and all week long, if you go into our cafeteria during lunchtime, we play music all the time, but this week Usher has been the feature.
Usher left Dalewood Middle School to further his career in Atlanta. Williams believes Usher's success is something the next generation of creators can obtain. Usher's foundation launched the Dalewood Audio Visual Innovation Center, a place where students can explore their talents.
Our students are learning all things audio and all things video.
Williams says watching Usher hit the big stage is proof to his students anything is possible.
He is a model for us, and a living example of what can be done.
I'm proud of him. The entire city is proud of him. And I bet you this, Super Bowl weekend, Sunday, we will be sitting there watching, and all of us are going to be extremely proud.
We sure will. The Super Bowl kicks off at 6:30 Sunday evening. Usher has hinted he will have special guests joining him on stage. We'll find out someday. I'm Germyah Batey, Local 3 News.